Tuesday night in the jungle, and it is a gorgeous Tuesday night. We are live from Dripping Springs High School here in the Hill Country, where tonight your Tigers coming in with a district record of 5-1, taking on their district rivals in the Eagles of Akins. Eagles coming in with a record of 1-6 to start off league play. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Tigers Baseball on Vype Live. So glad you could join me on this Tuesday night. My name is Melvin Jones, and the Tigers are absolutely on fire. Starting off this district season 5-1 with 2 winnable games tonight and Thursday night against this Akins Eagles team. Tigers was able to get the monkey off of their backs last week, sweeping their rivals, the Jaguars of Johnson, in their final district meeting between the two teams for maybe a while. We'll see what happens down the line 2 years from now. Tigers sitting roughly in second place, we'll call it, about a half game behind Bowie, and actually a full game behind Lake Travis. Lake Travis right now coming in undefeated in district play. And then Bowie, and then we're sitting right behind them as Bowie has played a game more than us, as well as Lake Travis. So the Tigers and Eagles getting ready to start here in the jungle. Tuesday night, short school week for everyone. Good Friday this week. So Tuesday, Thursday schedule this week for us, as we are back at Burger for the final time on Thursday evening. So when we come back, the gleeful sounds of Jeff Goss will get you through pregame. Eagles and Tigers from right here in the jungle coming up in just a bit. And you are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live. Back here in the jungle. Melvin Jones here, Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. As Cooper Rummel, the Tigers ace, will get the start on the bump tonight. Ryan Resendez will get the start for the Eagles, as both coaches are at home plate. Handshakes are give it up. Let's give it up to the voice of the jungle, Jeff Goss.
Welcome to Tiger Field in Dripping Springs, Texas for this evening's game between the Austin-Aiken Eagles and your Dripping Springs Tigers. The starting lineup for the Akins Eagles. Leading off and playing left field, number 22, J.P. Perez. Batting second, the second baseman, number 15, Lucas Kraka. Batting third, the third baseman, number 1, John Raymond. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 5, Daniel Salas. The designated hitter will hit for the center fielder, number 3, Zeus Martinez. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 11, Dave Cisneros. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 8, Hayden Fonseca. Batting second, the first baseman, number 6, Marco Arellano. Batting eighth, the pitcher, number 7, Ryan Resendez. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 13, Aiden DeLeon. And the rest of the Eagles. The Eagles are coached by Gordon Taylor and assisted by Tony Gagelia. Now the starting lineup for your Tigers. Leading off and playing center field, number 13, Taylor Tracy. Batting second, the catcher, number 2, Gavin Hull. Batting third, the first baseman, number 3, Connor Helm. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 16, Dominic Hurley. Batting fifth, the designated hitter, number 18, Jack Kendall. The designated hitter will hit for pitcher, number 10, Cooper Rommel. Batting sixth, the second baseman, number 4, Trey Perry. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 21, Matt Triple. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 14, Theo Howard. Batting ninth, the shortstop, number 6, Jackson Conover. And the rest of the Tigers. The Tigers are coached by Chris Payne, assisted by Stephen Skotak, Jason LaRock, and Derek Daniel. Would you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem?
Cooper Rommel on the bump tonight for the Tigers. Five innings pitched, giving up only a hit and a run, 9 strikeouts. He did throw a wild pitch and a pass ball, but outside of that, Coop has been outstanding this season. Coming off of the injury last season, he is healthy. He is way better than he was last season. It's just getting better by each start. Around the horn for the Tigers, behind home plate and catching as normal is Gavin Hull. At one of the hot corners at first base, it's Connor Helms. Second base, Trey Perry. Shortstop, Jackson Conover. And playing in third base is Dom Hurley. In the outfield, Theo Howard back in the outfield. He's out and left. Taylor Tracy as normal at center field. And at right field tonight, Max Cripple getting his first start here at district play. As Lad Coop is ready to go, finishes warm-ups. Folks, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with me on this Tuesday night, gorgeous night here in the jungle for a little baseball action as J.P. Perez will lead it off for the Eagles. Eagles sitting in last place in district play
left fielder, number 22, J.P. Perez.
as they are tied with Del Valley for last place in district. 1-6 coming in to tonight. As Coop's ready to go. And at 7:03 Central Daylight Time, Coop throws his first strike of the night. 0-1 on Perez. And Coop with the windup, he fires. And Perez again swinging at gas, 0-2 quickly on the left fielder. Lucas Crocker, the second baseman, on deck for Akins. Coop likes his pitch. And with the 0-2, that goes low and inside, 1-2 to Perez. Few games in district tonight. Anderson and Westlake, as well as Austin and Johnson here in league play. That pitch was low and inside, 2-2 on Perez. And Coop with his pitch that jams Perez. Foul. Count remains 2-2. And Coop ready to go. The 2-2. Well over his head. Full count now on Perez.
Come on, let's go.
Coop is looking for his first strikeout of the night. Looking to avoid a walk. And that is foul tipped right off the umpire's mask. Count remains full. Tigers tonight in their alternative maroon uniforms drip across the chest. As Coop fires, and that is high and outside. And the leadoff batter is on for the Eagles to begin this ball game.
Now up, second baseman, number 15, Lucas Crocker.
Here's Crocker. 1 on, no outs here in the top of the first. As Coop looks over his left shoulder. And the first pitch to Crocker. Crocker fouls a screamer close to his dugout. 0-1 to the second baseman. Ramos was right there in the on-deck circle. That came just speeding right past his head. The 0-1 to Crocker. Coop fires. And Crocker bounced one to Coop. Coop leaps up. Goes to Jackson. Jackson cannot get the double play. But they get the force at second. One gone here in the first.
Now batting third baseman, number 1, Sean Ramos.
Here's Ramos. 1 on, 1 out here in the first. Ramos, the starting third baseman for the Eagles. And Coop with his first pitch. Got Ramos swinging. Strike 1. can't take this Eagle team lightly. Did that a season ago and dropped one of those games as Ramos fouls it off 0-2 quickly to the third baseman. These two teams split the series last season. Tigers are not looking to do that this season as Coop gets Crocker back over the first. 0-2 to Ramos. And Rummel fires the 0-2. High, 1-2. Daniel Salas on deck for the Eagles. And Coop fires, and that's his first strikeout of the night. 2 gone here in the first. And here's Salas.
He's not playing this week. He hit a seizure at practice yesterday.
Here is Daniel Salas.
Hitter, number 5, Daniel Salas.
Salas with 1 on, 2 outs. Coop fires. Salas swung at air for strike 1. 0-1 to Salas. And Coop fires the 0-1. Salas sends a dribbler foul to the third base side. And Coop a strike away from getting out of this inning. 0-2 to Daniel Salas. As Coop ready to go. The windup, the fire. It goes, come back right to Coop. And Coop just going to toss it over to Connor Helms to get out of this inning. So the Eagles leave 1 on. And after a half an inning, we remain scoreless. Taylor Tracy to lead it off for the Tigers in the bottom half of the first. And you are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. The Jungle's theme song blasting through the field as Ryan Resendez continues his warm-up as he got to face this powerful Tiger lineup as Taylor Tracy leads it off playing the center field, batting second, playing at behind home plate. After looking at my lineup, I know it. Catcher Gavin Hogue, batting third, playing at first, Connor Helms. Batting cleanup tonight at third base, Dom Hurley. Batting fifth and DHing Jack Tyndall. Batting sixth, playing out in second base, Trey Perry. Batting seventh tonight, out in right field, Max Cripple. Batting eighth, back in the lineup, the left fielder, Theo Howard. And batting ninth at shortstop, Jackson Conover. So Taylor Tracy looking to start this one off with a bang. Taylor on Friday night hit a solo home run in the second inning against Johnson,
Leading off for the Tigers, center fielder,
which was the go-ahead run at the time.
Tracy.
First district home run in this ballpark by anyone. Taylor Tracy was able to do it on Friday night. And now Taylor's ready to go. Resendez also ready to go. And Resendez with his first pitch to Taylor. Taylor floats one in the right center. That may be trouble. And it is caught. Nice catch out there by Fonseca for the first out of this first inning. Here's Gavin.
Now batting for the Tigers, catcher number 2, Gavin Holmes.
Gavin on Friday night, 0 for 2. He did score a run. 1 out, no one on here in the Tigers first. As Resendez ready to go. Lefty versus righty on this one. Resendez fires, and Gavin swung at it for strike 1. The winds are shifting here in the jungle. Resendez fires, and Gavin swung at that one as well. 0-2 to Gavin Hull. Connor Helms on deck. 1 out, no one on here in the Tigers first. And Resendez winds up. He fires. And Connor goes down on 3 straight pitches. First strikeout of the night for Resendez. 2 gone quickly here in the Tigers first.
Now batting for the Tigers, first baseman number 3, Connor Helms.
Here's Connor. Connor went 0 for 2 with an RBI Friday against Johnson. Resendez fires, and that's belt line, but it's called a strike, going 1 on Connor. Tigers won on Friday night, but that score could have been a lot more lopsided than what it was. They left a lot of meat on the bone as Connor hits one foul and out of play. And Connor quickly down 0-2. Resendez winds up and fires. Connor goes down swinging, and the Tigers go down 1-2-3 here in the first. Second strikeout for Resendez. No hits, no runs, no errors, no one left on. Cisneros, Fonseca, and Ariano all due up for the Eagles in the top half of the second. And you are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. Scoreless here in the top of the second as the Tigers went down 1-2-3, and Dave Cisneros will lead it off for the Eagles.
Catcher number 11, Dave Cisneros.
Cisneros against Coop tonight.
Well, my daughter Amy did that one until she was like 30.
The Eagles left one on base in the top half of the first as Coop winds up and fires his first pitch. Nice pitch, but it's a bit outside, ball 1 to Cisneros. Hayden Fonseca on deck. Here's the 1-0 from Coop. And Cisneros swung at air. Count goes even, 1-1.
But yeah, I had a brother that didn't take his medicine because the medicine made him pee.
And Coop winds up, fires. Outside 2-1 to Cisneros. No score here in the top of the second.
He's just such a happy kid. He like doesn't. He's like.
As Rummel fires a 2-1. And that's foul off the top of the net. 2-2 now to the catcher.
Yeah. And he starts a new job tomorrow, so I'm going to be his chauffeur. Well, I mean, he and David don't always have the same schedule.
2-2. Coop winds up, fires. Cisneros sends a dribbler. Dom hasn't. He's going to fire over the first and picks it up for the first out of this second inning. One gone, and here's Hayden Fonseca.
Fielder number 8, Hayden Fonseca.
That's Coop. Fires his first pitch. And Fonseca sends a dribbler. Gavin picks it up. Nice play by Gavin for the putout. 2 gone quickly here in the second.
Now batting for the Eagles, first baseman number 6, Marco Arellano.
Here's Arellano. 2 down, no one on. And Marco Arellano, the first baseman, up to bat to take on Coop for the first time tonight. And the first pitch goes down as a strike. 0-1 to Ariana. And Coop fires the 0-1. That's low and inside, 1-1. Hey, senior parents, I have 2 in the press box with me right now. Don't forget, videos are due April the 19th as Coop got him swinging for strike 2, 1-2 now to Ariano. You can email me your senior videos to melvinjones_pxp@icloud.com. And Coop goes low and inside, deuces wild to Ariano. Coop fires a 2-2. Low and inside, full count now on Ariano. The pitcher, Ryan Resendez, is on deck for the Eagles. Coop looking for the 1-2-3 inning, and he fires, and he's going to get it. Second strikeout for Cooper Rummel, and the Eagles go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. Dom, Jack, Trey, all due up in the Tigers' second. We remain scoreless, and you are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live. The meat of the Tigers lineup coming up to plate. Dom, Jack, Trey Perry. 4, 5, 6 to take on Ryan Resendez. Here in the Tigers' second. Scoreless. Ryan Resendez with 2 strikeouts in the bottom half of the first for the Eagles. Eagles wearing their black uniforms, white pants. Pretty slick uniforms, I'll say. Here's Dom. Dom, of course, possibly the hottest back in the Tigers lineup. He went 1 for 2 on Friday night against Johnson. Tigers, I don't believe, will take this Akins team lightly this season. Resendez fires. And that misses for ball one. 1-0 to Dom Hurley. Jeff and I just looked at each other. It looked strike for me, but hey, we'll take it. Resendez fires. And Dom looks at ball two. Again, that was another close one. 2-0 to Dom Hurley. Jack Tyndall's on deck. Resendez winds up, fires the 0-2. And that's a high pop-up by Dom. And grabbing it in center field, and he dropped it. And Dom is at second base off the error by Martinez. Soto, the Tigers' first base runner of the night, comes off an error by the center fielder, Martinez. Here's Jack. 1 on, no one out here in the bottom half of the first. Jack on Friday night, 1 for 2. He scored a run. That doesn't bode well for Martinez dropping it in the sun, because once these lights come on, it's going to be a adventure out in center field. Resendez long look over at second. He fires. Jack shows bunt. Jack lays down a bump, and it goes foul barely. Strike one. Very rare do you see Jack laid out a bunt. But that was almost too good, as it stayed in the field for just a minute just before going foul. So an 0-1 count to Jack Tyndall. Resendez looks over at Dom. Dom dancing at second. Jack is going to lay down another bunt. He does. Nice bunt by Jack. And Resendez throws it over, and Jack runs into the first baseman. And Ariano is down. Ariana looks like he's good to go. During all of that, Dom came home during all of that, and it was 1-0 Tigers.
No, they were both like at the bag at the same time. Should I play that? Are we ready for the next song?
Trey.
Right. Are we ready?
Now batting for the Tigers, number 4, second baseman Trey Perry.
And here's Trey. 1 on, no outs in the Tigers' second. Trey went 1 for 3 on Friday night, and I believe that was an E3. Jeff and I both agree. Second error of the inning for the Eagles, and another bunt. Trey lays down a gorgeous one, and this time Resendez picks it up. First hit of the night for the Tigers. Infield hit for Trey. That would have been a tough play no matter what. So the hit was warranted. And now Max is coming up with 2 on, no outs here in the Tigers' second. And a meeting at the mound by the Eagles. Stunner right now as Austin leads Johnson 3-0 in the bottom of the first. The best QA in the business, Nate Nunez, giving me those score updates
Now
around district play.
Tigers, right fielder, number 21, Max Cripple.
Here's Max. 2 on, no outs. Here in the Tiger second. Max is going to show a bunt again. And Max is going to keep it. He's going to lay down one. Could be double play action. They didn't pull it. And Max barely was beat out at first. Max got wheels. And the first out of the inning. But man, was that close.
Now batting for the Tigers, left fielder, number 14, Theo Howard.
Here's Theo. Theo back in the lineup. Theo swing and miss for strike one. Theo didn't play Friday night. Playing tonight. Resendez fires. Theo swings and misses for strike two. And 0-2 on Theo Howard. Jack Tyndall at third base. Trey Perry at second. Theo Howard up to the plate. And that pitch is inside. 1-2 to Theo. Jackson Conover on deck for the Tigers. And Resendez fires. Theo swung at that one for strike three. Third strikeout on the night for Resendez. Second out of the second inning.
Now
Here's Jackson.
The Tigers shortstop, number 6, Jackson Conover.
Jackson went 1 for 3 in the win versus Johnson on Friday night. And Resendez full windup fires. Jackson floats one. It's going foul. And it's staying foul. As Fonseca couldn't get to it. 0-1 to Jackson. Top of the order. And Taylor Tracy on deck for the Tigers. Tigers lead 1-0 here in the bottom half of the second. As Jackson's ready to go. Resendez winds up, fires. Outside, 1-1 to Jackson. Tigers play their 4 toughest games of the season in the next 2 weeks. Next week against Westlake. The week after that against Lake Travis. As Jackson hits one into center field, and Martinez couldn't come up with it. One comes home. Here comes Trey. Trey comes home. Jackson's going for 3. And Coach Payne told him to go home. It is an inside the park home run for Jackson Conover. Jackson's first of this district season, and it's 4-0 Tigers.
Now batting for the Tigers, center fielder, number 13, Taylor Tracy.
Here's Taylor. After that inside the park home run, Taylor's 0 for 1 tonight, flying out to right field. Resendez fires outside, 1-0 to Taylor Tracy. Resendez winds up, fires. Nice pitch. Strike 1 to Taylor. And Taylor swung at that one. Nice off-speed pitch. A 3-run inside the park home run by Jackson Conover has it 4-0 Tigers. And Taylor bloops it, checks it, he was jammed. Taylor does not make it, and he's gone. But Jackson Conover with an inside the park home run. And it's 4-0 Tigers as we head to the top of the third as Resendez, DeLeon, and Perez leads off the third inning for the Eagles. 4-0 Tigers, and you are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. 4-0 Tigers.
Is that your zip code?
What?
Is that your zip code?
Yes, it is.
Okay, there you go. Free sticker. I live in 37. 78737.
78737.
Yeah. I live in
They were demoing the first base bag at A&M last week.
That's Coop back out there.
That thing?
Yeah.
Tigers, 4 runs,
You gotta have a collision.
2 hits, and it was 2 errors in that inning for the Eagles.
This was leading off for the Eagles pitcher, number 7, Ryan Resendez.
As Resendez leads off the 3rd inning for Akins. And Coop, Resendez sends one foul to the 3rd base side. Strike 1.
awful.
Coop. And Resendez again fouls one off. 0-2 to the opposing pitcher.
Quit showing that to us. We're not going to want to watch baseball.
And Coop fires. And that is high and inside. 1-2 to Ryan Resendez.
He can't get his curve over. Look, this is safe. Yeah.
Coop with the 1-2. Resendez pops one foul and out of play.
Sounds like a.
Look at that hit, the hit on the street.
I think a cow got hit.
Well, it's a little late now.
Well,
God.
I'm going to let y'all do y'all's work.
I was
Apparently
distracted.
Would you make a cow
Coop
sound?
with the 1-2. Resendez fouls it again. He was jammed. Nice pitch by Coop. And a 1-2 count to Resendez. Aiden DeLeon on deck for the Eagles.
Poor Melvin has to work double time over here.
4-0 Tigers here in the top of the 3rd.
Overcome y'all.
Coop is ready to go. The 1-2. He fires. High, 2-2.
You want to do a cow now? Cow now, brown cow. Oh, I'm going to do a tiger. How about that?
Coop shakes off the first one. He likes this one. The 2-2. Outside full count to Resendez.
Come on.
She fly.
And the 3-2. And Resendez goes down. 4th K of the night. Excuse me, 3rd K of the night for Coop.
Now batting shortstop, number 13, Aiden DeLeon.
And one gone here in the Eagles' 3rd inning. DeLeon is up.
Well, that's Aiden with a Y, not an I. I don't know how to pronounce that one.
And Coop fires outside 1-0 to Aiden DeLeon. Top of the order, and J.P. Perez on deck for the Eagles.
I wonder if it bothers him. Does it bother him
Coop
when we're talking?
fires. Ooh, and it hits DeLeon in the head.
Look how fast he ran, though.
And DeLeon is on.
De Leon runs
3rd base run of the night for the Eagles.
Now batting for the Eagles, left fielder, number 22, J.P. Perez.
Here's Perez. Perez drew a walk to lead off the game. Now it's Coach A making sure he's okay. That's actually Perez. Thought DeLeon maybe ran over during the timeout. So Perez up 1 on, 1 out here in the top half of the 3rd. Eagles with 3 base runners still without a hit. DeLeon dancing up first. And Coop fires. That goes past Gavin. And DeLeon trying him. And DeLeon's safe. Great effort by Gavin. Certainly thought that DeLeon was meat. But he was able to grab the stolen base. And now DeLeon stands at second base. Coop looks back at second. And the 1-0. That is a little high, 2-0 to Perez. And Coop fires. And a bunt lay down by Perez goes foul, 2-1 to the left fielder. Second baseman Lucas Crocker on deck for the Eagles. And Coop is ready. The 2-1 to Perez. And Coop gets it in there for strike 2. Evens up the count, 2-2. As Rummel's ready to go. Gavin set up on the inside. Fires. High. Full count. Coop trying to avoid another walk to Perez. And Coop fires. And Perez swung and missed for the 4th strikeout for Cooper Rummel. 2 gone here in the 3rd.
Now batting second baseman, number 15, Lucas Crocker.
Crocker 0 for 1. He reached on the fielder's choice back in the 1st. And Coop looks back at second. And he fires. And Crocker swings and misses for strike 1. And 0-1 on the second baseman. So now everyone in the Eagle lineup, with the exception of De Leon, has an official at bat. 0-1 count to Crocker. Coop looks back at second. Fires. And Crocker looks at strike 2. And quickly down in the count, 0-2. Coop ready to go. 0-2 fire. And De Leon's going to have a 3rd stolen base. And they called it actually a strikeout. I think we all was confused on that one. And that's strikeout number 5 for Cooper Rummel. And that ends the Eagles' 3rd. They leave one on at the end of 2.5. 4-0 Tigers. Gavin Hull, Connor Helms, Dom Hurley due up in the bottom half of the 3rd. And you are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live. Four nothing Tigers. Ryan Resendez was lit up back in the 2nd inning. Now Gavin will lead off the bottom of the 3rd for the Tigers.
Catcher number 2, Gavin Ho.
Gavin tonight 0 for 1, striking out back in the 1st. As Resendez is ready to go, so is Gavin. And Resendez fires. Gavin looks at ball one. 1-0 to Gavin Holt. As the lights are starting to come on here in the jungle. Gavin swung and missed at that one for strike one. 1-1 to Gavin Holt. Every center fielder's kryptonite here on this field is starting to happen. Resendez winds up, fires, and that's high and away for ball two. Tigers back at Burger for the final time this season on Thursday night. Same two teams. I believe that is a 7:30 first pitch, if I'm not mistaken. And Gavin sends one in the center field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. So Gavin is on, and you got to think Zane Warren is about to come on to. Nope, it's going to be Hagen Shipley, the courtesy run.
Courtesy running number 17, Hagen Shipley.
So a lead-off single by Gavin. And Hagen at first base.
Number 3, Connor Helm.
Here's Connor. Connor is 0 for 1, striking out in the first. As Resendez fires, and that's away for ball one. 1-0 to Connor Helms. Third hit of the night for the Tigers. They lead 4-0. As Resendez wanted to get Hagen's uniform dirty. He accomplished the mission a little bit. 1-0 count to Connor Helms. Resendez is ready to go. And he fires the 1-0. Well outside, 2-0 to Connor. Dom Hurley's on deck. And Hagen thought about taking off, but stopped, and it's a 3-0 count to Connor Helms. Resendez fires a 3-0. And Connor at that time looked to strike one. Nice pitch by Resendez, 3-1 to Connor Helms. Resendez. He may fire over the first. He doesn't. He fires. And this time, Connor hits one in the center field for a base hit. Back-to-back singles by the Tigers to lead off this third inning. Here's Dom.
Now batting third baseman, number 16, Dominic Hurley.
Dom tonight 0 for 1. He did score a run last inning. And Dom with 2 on, no outs. He's made the argument he is the most dangerous hitter in this Tigers lineup. And Hurley hits one foul, and it's going to be unplayable. Strike one. Dom is not going to hit for a whole lot of power, but he's going to hit. And Dom back in. The 0-1 to Dom as Resendez looks back at second base, does it again, and he fires. Nice pitch inside for strike two. 0-2 to Dom Hurley. Jack Tyndall's on deck. 0-2 to Dom Hurley. And Resendez fires. Dom hits one right back to Resendez. Resendez is going to just take the force at third, and Dom's going to make it in. So one gone after getting the force on Hagen Shipley. Here's Jack.
Now up for the Tigers, designated hitter, number 18, Jack Tyndall.
Jack tonight also 0 for 1, but he also has scored a run. Came home on that inside the park 3-run home run by Jackson Conover last inning. We seen this look back twice at second base. That nearly hit Jack low and inside for ball 1.
I'm going to have a garage sale for this on Saturday. If you want to come over, I'm going to sell it for $350.
1-0 to Jack.
Okay. Well, we're going to have a
And Resendez
You don't have to come in the morning, okay?
comes off the rubber and puts Connor Helms back on second base. And Resendez 2 looks over at second base, fires a 1-0.
Oh!
Wow, outside corner for strike 1. Aces on the board for Jack. That looked as though that was well outside. 1-1 to Jack Tyndall. Resendez fires. Jack hits one right to the second. And the second baseman has trouble. And Jack, did he beat it? He did beat it, and the bases are loaded for the Tigers. E4 on the play, and that's the third one by the Eagles. But hey, Jack is on.
Now batting second baseman, number 4, Trey Perry.
Trey tonight, 1 for 1. He had a single and scored a run last inning. Resendez, bags full of Tigers, fires. And that catches the outside corner for strike 1. An 0-1 count on Trey Perry. Bases loaded, 1 out. Here in the home half of the third. Resendez fires. Trey hits one in the center field, base hit. Here's Connor Helms coming on the score. 5-0 Tigers. RBI single for Trey Perry.
Now up for the Tigers, right fielder, number 21, Max Cripple.
Here's Max. Max grounding out to third last inning. Still 1 out, and the bases are still loaded. 5th hit of the night for the Tigers.
Let's go. Bring him in.
And Resendez fires, and that's low and inside for ball 1. Resendez fires a 1-0. Got in there for strike 1. Aces on the board for Max Cripple. Theo Howard on deck for the Tigers. Resendez with the 1-1. And Max chops one foul to the first base side. And the count goes to 1-2 on Max Cripple. Resendez. Full windup. Fires him 1-2. And Max hits one back to Resendez. Resendez gets the force at second. Max beat it out. Another run comes home. 6-1 Tigers. As Dom comes home.
Now up for the Tigers, left fielder, number 14, Theo Howard.
Here's Theo. Theo 0 from 1 for the night. Struck out last inning. And Resendez misses the pitch. Ball 1. Tigers now with runners at the corners. Let's go ahead and give Max that RBI on the fielder's choice. Resendez fires. Max takes off. Max in no man's. Max makes it. That was close. And here comes Jack Tyndall. 7-0 Tigers. So now Max stands at second base. 7-0 Tigers. Resendez fires, and Theo swings and misses, and a 2-1 count to Theo Howard. A double steal in play for the Tigers.
What do you mean, the UIL? No, I don't think so. Is there someone who does that?
Resenez looks back at second. He fires. And Theo pops up high. In foul territory is Ramos, and he grabs it to put away Theo Howard and ends the Tigers' third inning. But the Tigers put 3 more on the board, and it is now 7-0 Tigers as we head to the top of the fourth. Ramos, Salas, and Cisneros all due up for the Eagles. 7-0 Tigers. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
He's only thrown one curveball for a strike tonight.
7-0 Tigers. As Jeff just told me, Coop has only thrown one curveball on the night. Coop right now only has 5 strikeouts.
Leading off for the Eagles, third baseman number 1, Sean Ramos.
Here's Ramos. Ramos 0 for 1, striking out back in the first. Tigers' last 2.5 games, they have scored 22 runs. Coop fires. And Ramos hits one right to Jackson Conover, and Jackson's going to put him away for the first out of this 4th inning. 1 gone, and here is
Now
Daniel
batting
Salas.
Designated hitter number 5, Daniel Salas.
Salas 0 for 1. Grounding out to Cooper Ramo back in the first. And Coop fires. Nice pitch for strike 1. Gorgeous pitch by Coop. I believe that was the second one. Second curveball. An 0-1 count to Salas. Coop with the windup fires. And that's hit Salas, and that's a second hit batsman on the night for Coop. 1 on, 1 out
Now batting
for
the
Cisneros.
pitcher number 11, Dave Cisneros.
Cisneros tonight, 0 for 1, grinding out the third, his first plate appearance.
Are we about to have a tiger roar? Maybe. Is there 2 strikes?
1 on, 1 out here in the in the Eagles' 4th. Coop fires, and that's well outside. Nice stab by Gavin, and a 1-0 count to Cisneros. Hayden Fonseca, the right fielder, is on deck for the Eagles. Tigers lead 7-0. Coop fires to 1-0. High. 2-0 to Cisneros. And a 2-0 count. Cisneros. Cisneros fouled one off the barrel. And a 2-1 count. Top of the second, Westlake and Anderson are scoreless. Here routine 7-0 lead for the Tigers. And Coop ready to 2-1. He fires. And he missed. 3 balls and a strike to Cisneros. Three 3-1 count to Dave Cisneros. Coop fires. Nice pitch, all speed, and a full count Cisneros. Full count, 1 on, 1 out. And Coop looking for strikeout number 6. And Cisneros pops 1 foul and out of play. Count remains full. I'm calling some postseason soccer, so let's go with 7-0 for the Tigers. Had a 7-0 game last night. Coop fires, and that is inside, and he has 2 on and 1 out. Second walk of the night for Coop. There is action in the Tigers bullpen. If I'm not mistaken, that is Blake Cox warming up.
He's got a no-no. You can keep him in. They're not going to do that because they don't do that. I tried to convince him to keep Anthony in the other day, and they said no.
As Coach Payne right now
5 combined no-hitters.
talking to his star ace.
So he'll pull him.
He's not going to pull him.
He's not going to now.
2 on here in the Eagles' 4th. 7-0 Tigers.
What?
He had left Anthony in almost 6 innings when he had a no-no.
Yeah.
But then once they got a hit, he could
As Hayden Fonseca coming up to the plate for the Eagles.
Now batting for the Eagles right fielder, number 8, Hayden Fonseca.
Fonseca tonight, 0 for 1.
What's the rule for run rule? What inning?
As he got off on the bunt.
10 after 4? 10 after 5? Or 10
4 and
after
a
5?
It should be 4.5, I think.
10 after
The run rule is 10 after 4.5. So, and Coop fires, and that's hit. And Trey couldn't pick it up. That's going to be an error on Trey Perry. And Trey just throws it past Connor, and the Eagles scores their first run. E4, and the first run of the night for the Eagles, and it's 7-1.
Errors on one
Give it
play.
to the first base coach. Right?
Now batting first baseman, number 6, Marco Oregano.
Two errors by Trey on that one play brings home a run. And that first pitch is high for ball 1.
So the first error was not properly filming it. The second error was the throwing it to the first base pitcher. Yeah.
First 2 errors of the night for the Tigers. And Coop hits his 3rd batter of the night, and the bases are loaded for the Eagles. I believe that could be it. As Coach Sko is coming out, and Blake Cox is coming in. Night is done for Cooper Rummel. As Blake has come out, and there it is. So Coop is done for the night, and we'll take a break while Blake warms up. 7-1 Tigers, bases loaded, only 1 out in the Eagles' 4th, and you are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live. Blake Cox in for the Tigers, and he comes in with the bases loaded, only 1 out. Blake, last week against Johnson, and that 11-1 route, only win an inning, but he did have 1 strikeout. Bases loaded, 1 out. Blake fires. Nice pitch by Blake for strike 1. And 0-1 on Resendez. We'll give you the line. Nice pitch. Another nice pitch by Blake. 0-2 to Resendez. We'll give you Cooper Rummel's line after this inning. He is responsible for every runner on base right now. As Cox ready to go, fires. Got him! Blake Cox comes in and throws a strike. Out. 2 gone. First strikeout of the night for Blake. Here is the number 9 hitter in the Eagles lineup, Aiden DeLeon. DeLeon was hit by a pitch back last inning, and a 1-0 count to the shortstop. Bases loaded, 2 outs now. Here in the Eagles' 4th. Blake fires. Nice pitch for strike 1. 1-1 to DeLeon. And Cox fires. DeLeon hits one. Should be an easy play. And Dom fires over. And a put out. And the Eagles leave them loaded. Nice play by Dom Hurley. Tigers get out of that jam. They still lead 7-1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Jackson Conover, Taylor Tracy, Gavin Hole are due up in the bottom of the 4th for the Tigers. And you are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
They got
7-1 Tigers as we play the home half of the 4th. And Jackson Conover will lead it off for the Tigers here in the 4th inning.
Most of Hayden's are AI.
In the bottom of the 3rd, 3-1 Maroons over Johnson.
Nobody leading off for the Tigers. Shortstop.
As here is Jackson.
Jackson Conover.
Jackson 1 for 1. An inside the park 3-run home run back in the 2nd inning. As he takes on Resendez once again. And Resendez with his first pitch to Jackson. Jackson looks at ball 1. 1-0 to Jackson Conover. Resendez with the 1-0, fires. Jackson hits one in the center field. 2 for 2 goes Jackson Conover. A leadoff single to get the Tigers' 4th started.
Now batting center fielder number 13, Taylor Tracy.
Here's Taylor. Taylor tonight 0 for 2. He grounded out his last plate appearance. Winds has shifted They are now blowing in. Resendez fires, and Taylor swung and misses for strike one. Taylor looked like he was kind of reaching for that one. And 0-1. And Resendez throws it back to first, trying to get Jackson out. The 0-1 upcoming from Resendez. And he fires high. 1-1. Gavin Hole is on deck. 7-1 Tigers. Off of 6 hits. And Resendez ready to 1-1. And he fires. And that's outside 2-1 to Taylor Tracy. Weird line on the board right now. And Resendez fires. Taylor fouls it out of play for strike 2. Eagles with a run off of no hits, 3 errors. Tigers 7 runs off of 6 hits, 2 errors. And a 2-2 count to Taylor Tracy. And Resendez fires. Taylor Tracy swung and missed, and he's 0-3 for the night. First out of this 4th inning.
Now batting catcher number 2, Gavin Hole.
4th strikeout of the night for Resendez. And here's Gavin. Gavin is 1 for 2. He had a single last inning. And Resendez fires. Gavin fouls it off. Hit and run was on. 0-1 to Gavin Hole. Connor Helms on deck for the Tigers. Resendez fires the 0-1. And Gavin looks at ball 1. Aces on the board for Gavin Hole. As Gavin steps back into the box. The 1-1 upcoming from Ryan Resendez. Resendez throws over to first. And Jackson calmly slides in. These two teams again back on Thursday night before the Tigers start their toughest 4-game stretch of the season. And Gavin pops it up, foul, and out of play. We haven't had one hit on top of the box in a couple seasons now. Just waiting for it. A ball and 2 strikes to Gavin Hole. Let's see if Coach Payne puts on the hit and run once again. Gavin is ready. The 1-2. And it is a hit and run, and it is perfectly executed. Base hit, Gavin Hole. The right fielder just stopped, so I wasn't for sure where the ball was going.
Courtesy running for the catcher, number 7, Hayden Shipley.
As Hagen Shipley back to courtesy run. Here's Connor. Connor tonight also 1 for 2. Also with a single last inning. And Resendez fires. That's outside for ball 1.
TikTok.
Here's the 1-0 coming from Resendez. He fires. Nice pitch. And kind of looks at strike 1. As Resendez looks back at second. Does again. With aces on the board. He goes outside for ball 2. 2-1 to Connor Helms. I knew I was missing someone. Connor did score a run last inning. I was losing my mind for a minute, folks. Only had 6 runs on my scorecard. Connor Helms was the 7th. Connor fouls it off to the backstop, 2-2. Jackson Conover on second base. Hagen Shipley on first. 1 down in the Tigers' 4th inning. 7-1 Tigers. Resendez looks back at Jackson Conover. He fires, and that ball gets away from the catcher, Cisneros. Both runners advance, and now the Tigers with runners at second and third and 3-2 count to Connor Helms.
Turn that light off. Can y'all still see? Yeah. Does it have a dimmer or is it just on or off?
No, just on or off.
Can you still see? Everybody can do their job still?
Full count to Connor Helms.
It's cozy with the lights out.
It's like we're doing something fancy up here.
As Resendez likes the pitch. Here's a 3-2. He fires. And Connor pops it up high. And that could be trouble, as they always are. And the runner tags up. And Jackson scores. And it's 8-1 Tigers. Give Connor Helms another RBI. As Jackson comes around to score.
Third baseman, number 16, Dominic Hurley.
Here's Dom. Dom tonight 0 for 2, but he has scored 2 runs. Resendez looks back. At second base, he fires. And Dom looks at ball 1 as it is high. 1-0 to Dom Hurley. 8-1 Tigers here in the home half of the 4th. Resendez again looks back at second base. He fires. Dom chops 1 foul to the third base side. The count goes even, 1-1. Jack Tyndall on deck for the Tigers. Hagen Shipley dancing on second base. 2 down. 1-1 count to Dom Hurley in the 8-1 Tiger lead. Resendez, 2 looks over at second base. He fires a 1-1. That nearly hit Dom, and the ball got away from the catcher. And it was it was right there, right next to Dom's foot, and it blended in with his cleat. So Hagen Shipley now is at third base. 90 feet away from the 9th Tiger run. Resendez fires. And that is well inside. 3-1 to Dom Hurley. Resendez. 3-1 to Dom. He fires. And a 5-pitch walk to Dom Hurley. Runners at the corners. 2 down. And here's Jack.
Now batting designated hitter number 18, Jack Tyndall.
As crazy as this sounds, that was only the first walk by Resendez tonight. Jack is up, runners at the corners. Jack tonight also 0 for 2. Also has scored 2 runs. And Resendez fires. And Jack floats one in the left field. And it's going to be caught out there by Perez to end the Tigers' 4th. Tigers leave 2. They bring home another one. And it's 8-1 Tigers as we head to the top of the 5th. Top of the order, and J.P. Perez will lead off the 5th inning for the Eagles. And you are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. 8-1 Tigers as Noah Corpus will lead it off for the Eagles.
Number 2, Noah Corpus.
Corpus is hitting in the leadoff position right now, replacing J.P. Perez. And Blake Cox back for his 2nd inning of work. As the Eagles now go on with some replacements, as number 9, Aiden Tinberg, is on deck. As Corpus steps in the box. And Blake getting ready for his first pitch of the 5th. And Blake gets strike 1, 0-1 to Corpus. Real quick, the line of Cooper Rummel tonight, 3 1/3, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, 4 hit batsmen. As that pitch is low and inside, evens up the count 1-1. There was a run scored, but it was unearned. So as wild as that has been, Coop had a very decent stat line. 2-1 to Corpus. Blake fires. Nice pitch. Inside corner for strike 2. 2-2 to Corpus.
Still a combined no-hitter. We're going for number 6.
Right. Yeah.
You're not, I just jinxed this. You're not supposed to mention.
As Blake fires a 2-2. And that's outside, full count to Corpus. I hope no one was listening to Jeff at that point. I hope it didn't come over the broadcast. If you didn't, fantastic. Full count. Blake fires. Corpus fouls this one out of play. Count remains full. Something called the announcer jinx. I just stay quiet. Full count on Noah Corpus with Aiden Tinberg on deck. And Cox has his second strikeout of the evening. One gone here in the fifth. Here's Tenberg.
Now batting second baseman, number 9, Aiden Tenberg.
Tenberg hitting in the Lucas Crocker spot. As Cox fires inside, ball one.
I'm thinking my walk-up song's going to be Kung Fu Fight. Can
You like
play
that
it
one?
again?
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Do you want me to start it again?
No, we'll get in trouble.
The 1-0 count to Tenberg. Blake fires. Nice pitch, but apparently he missed.
Can't play a song
2-0
in a row.
You can't.
to Tenberg.
I play their pitching songs over and over again.
What?
I play their pitching songs all the time.
Sean Ramos on deck for the Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
And Blake fires. And that's fouling out of play. 2-1 to Tenberg.
They get their same pitching song. So if that's your pitching song,
We could say that's the pitchers.
we could say that's his pitching song because he
Right.
doesn't have one.
Okay.
So
He could.
we get to
just restart
that
it
was
from-
his
can you
actual
restart
pitching
it
song.
from where you stopped it?
Do you want me to play his pitching song?
And a 2-1. Foul again by Tenberg. Evens up the count 2-2. Quick score updates. Out at Nelson right now. Westlake 3-1 in the bottom of the third against Anderson.
Staying alive. That's a good one.
And Austin
You can only do
still leads Johnson 3-1. That game also in the bottom of the third.
staying alive.
Cox fires. And that's floated in the right field. Base hit.
Did he get it?
And Jeff Goss
Why do you gotta yell at
has jinxed the no-hitter. First hit of the night for the
Now batting
Eagles.
Third baseman, number 1, Sean Ramos.
Fired.
Yeah,
Fired.
I'm out of here.
We're having fun. Ramos tonight 0 for 2. Facing Blake for the first time. And Blake fires. And Ramos hits it in the left field for a base hit. So back-to-back singles for Akins here in his fifth. And here is Daniel Salas.
Now batting designated hitter, number 5, Daniel Salas.
Salas tonight 0 for 1. There is action going on in the Tigers bullpen. It is a right-hander. I just can't tell who it is. It is still can tell.
Does Zane Warren pitch?
No.
Okay.
It looks like a single digit. It might be.
And Blake got him swinging for strike one.
12. It looks like number
0-1.
12?
Well, he's 12.
Tristan.
Tristan
Chahanovich.
Chahanovich.
It could be TC in the pen right now. Blake fires. That's outside. Aces for Salas. A ball in the strike. Eagles got their first 2 hits here in this fifth. Tigers still lead 8-1. Blake trying to settle in. Fires a 1-1. Nice pitch, but he doesn't get the call in this 2-1 on Salas.
Maybe that's why Coop wasn't getting his curveball call.
because of the umpire.
Yeah. Now it's
Salas ready.
on him.
Coop fires, and Salas hits it right to Trey. Trey with the 4-6-3 double play, and the Tigers get out of this inning. Eagles, however, do get their first 2 hits of the ball game. Tigers still lead, though, 8-1 as it's time to stretch here in the jungle. 5, 6, 7 coming up. Jack, Trey, and Max Cripple all due up in the home half of the fifth. And you are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
Yeah.
as the announcement of half-price food at the concession stand.
Half price food at the concession stand until it's gone.
Hot food.
Half price. Ryland, go back. Go back.
As it is scheduled to be
I think give
Jack.
that extra $5 bill.
Who's leading right now? Nick? Oh, no. I think he's in the bullpen. So who's pitched? Trey? Trey, yeah.
So is Parker going to bat for?
As I'm trying to figure out, because it should be Jack Tyndall.
Well, I saw Jack. I saw
There is a new pitcher out there while we try to figure out what's going on with us.
now pitching number 13, Aiden DeLeon.
And it's Aiden DeLeon. As
So is it
Jack did get out. Now that I remember, Jack flew out to end last inning.
now batting for the Tigers? Second baseman Trey Perry.
Jack flew out to right to end the inning.
Nothing wrong with us.
And I'm losing my mind. Don't worry about it, folks.
Yeah, I did. He's still there. He's still there.
So Aiden DeLeon, the new pitcher
What, girlfriend? You are who? Hey,
for the Eagles.
get you to see her.
And he has the facing lineup of Trey, Max, and Theo
Oh, okay. Sorry. I won't tell.
as DeLeon
Bye.
comes off the bag. And Cisneros goes over to talk to DeLeon.
So is that Resendez on the second throw?
I did see Parker Salsi also warming up as though he's going to hit for Theo Howard. We should see Theo's spot is coming up in his inning. That pitch is outside for ball one. 1-0 to Trey. 1, 2, 3 for the Eagles. 8, 7, and 2 for the Tigers. DeLeon fires in 1-0. Trey fouls this one off from the net. Count goes even, 1-1.
Parker is out there.
Here's DeLeon. The 1-1. Outside, 2-1 to Trey. DeLeon fires. That is high, 3-1 to Trey Perry. The one thing I can say, this umpire has been somewhat consistent. As DeLeon fires, Trey floats one in the center field. That's going to, did he catch it?
Yes.
Was it a catch or was it a drop? It was a drop, so he's trapped. And a hit for Trey to lead off this fifth inning. I was wondering if he had trapped it, and sure enough, he did. And here's Kripp.
Now batting right fielder, number 21, Max Cripple.
Max 0 for 2 for the night, but he has his first district RBI of the season. Max coming up. 1 on, no outs. Here in the fifth. And Parker Salsi is on deck, batting for Theo Howard. DeLeon fires. And Max hits one in the center field for a base hit. Back-to-back singles to start this fifth inning for the Tigers. As Kripp gets on. And here's Parker.
Now batting number 9, Parker Salsi.
Parker on Friday night with 1 for 3 with an RBI. Parker comes up, 2 on, no outs here in the Tigers' fifth. A Parker Salsi home run would end this. And Parker steps up to the plate. Game now 90 minutes long. DeLeon ready to go. He fires. And that's outside for ball one. 1-0 to Parker. Jackson Conover is on deck. Jackson already with a home run tonight. The inside the park version. 1-0 count to Parker. And Parker looks to strike one. 1-1 to Parker. Tigers need 3 to walk it off this inning. DeLeon looks back at second base. He fires. Parker looks at ball 2. 2-1 to Parker Saucy. DeLeon's ready to go. Looks back at second base. Does it again. Here's a 2-1. Parker hits one right to first, and they get the force at first. Runners do advance. One gone with Jackson up to bat.
Now batting for the Tigers, shortstop, number 6, Jackson Conover.
Jackson tonight, 2 for 2. 3-run home run back in the second. 3 RBIs, and he has scored twice. With Taylor Tracy on deck. DeLeon fires the first pitch, and Jackson looks at ball 1. 1-0 to Jackson Conover. DeLeon with the 1-0. He fires. Jackson looks at ball 2. These two teams back at Burger Thursday night. Again, I believe that is a 7:30 first pitch. And Jackson hits one high. Underneath it is Perez. And Perez grabs it. He drops it. That should be a drop. That should be an argument that he didn't control it all the way through. So Jackson is out for the first time tonight. And that brings up Taylor.
Batting center fielder, number 13, Taylor Tracy.
Taylor tonight, 0 for 3. And he is due.
Well, send us home, Taylor.
As DeLeon fires his first pitch. And Taylor hits one in the right field. That is going to be deep and trouble. And that's going to drop down. 1 run comes home. Taylor's still rolling. And Taylor's going to stop. 2 RBI triple for Taylor Tracy. And it is 10-1 Tigers. He was due. And he got it. And now, Gavin can walk it off.
Tigers, catcher, number 2, Gavin Holmes.
Gavin tonight, 2 for 3. Another hit for Gavin, and we go home. As DeLeon fires, Gavin swung and missed. 0-1 to Gavin Hole.
You didn't hit last time, so sorry. That's Connor. Yeah.
The 0-1 upcoming. DeLeon fires. That was into the dirt. And that almost walked it off there.
We should sing that. What if we just sang it?
As Gavin steps back in. DeLeon fires a 1-1. And Gavin walks us off, and the Tigers have won it in 5.
Is that it? Is that the game?
Should be.
Tigers win 11-1 in walk-off fashion. Run rule in effect. And the Tigers dominating. Our 35-minute game. And the Tigers are now 6-1 on the district season. We'll give you the numbers when we come back. 11-1, Tigers win. You are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live. As a party has broken out here in Tiger Stadium. 11-1 Tigers as we walked it off here in the 5th inning. Winning pitcher tonight is Cooper Rummel, 3 in the 3rd, only giving up the 1 run. It was unearned, no hits, 5 strikeout, 2 walks, and 4 hits batsman. Losing pitcher Ryan Resendez for the Eagles. Time of the game, 95 minutes. That's it. Player of the game, it has to go to one person, and it's got to be Jackson Conover. Jackson tonight, 2 for 3. 3-run home run back in the 1st. He scored 2 runs in his Tigers' complete beatdown of the Akins Eagles tonight. And the final score, 11-1 here in the jungle. What a game, what a game. And the Tigers continue to roll. Their offense is now clicking. 6-1 in league play as we starts heading to the meat of the schedule here in District 26. So tonight, Tigers flexed a lot. They win tonight by a final score of 11-1. Bats was humming. And the Tigers now go to Burger for one last game this season. The Thursday before Good Friday. That is this Thursday, 2 nights from tonight. Tiger pregame is scheduled for 7:25. But as normal at Burger, there are 2 games being played. So we shall see. For the best QA in the business, Nate Nunez. For our broadcast director, Merle Bertrand, and our technical director, Suna Vincat, I am Melvin Jones saying good night from the jungle. Final score, 11-1, Tigers with the victory. They are now 6-1 in district play. And you have been watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live. I will talk to you on Thursday night.